Put a finger down if your body count is over 3. Put a finger down if you've already sent naughty pics. Put a finger down if you've made out in the bathroom. Put a finger down if you're...
You know, this could really be a fun game. This could really be a fun game. But when you make the game about things like what you just heard, it definitely does not end well, at least for the people who are playing the game. And usually these individuals are females, unfortunately, modern females. Yeah, you just heard those questions, and you just heard a couple of the questions. Oh, they've got more. And I'm just sitting here looking at this. First of all, when you see what the actual females are wearing and then what one of the females was doing at the beginning of the video, you're going to understand why these two individual females are individuals who would participate in something like this. Watch this.
Put a finger down if your body count is over 3. Put a finger down if you've already sent naughty pics. Put a finger down if you've made out in the bathroom. Put a finger down if you're flirting with a guy during quarantine that you know that you will never see, like ever. Put a finger down if you've kissed more than 5 people. Put a finger down if you've lied about your virginity. Put a finger down if you've hooked up with someone more than 3 years older than you. Put a finger down if you've had a friends with benefits. And lastly, put a finger down if you've talked to 3 or more guys at once.
Nasty.
Good Lord. Good Lord, man. Where are their fathers? Where are the people in their lives who would help them understand that doing things like this, participating in things like this, are a bad look? They help your reputation to be damaged. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the youth thing, where they think they're invincible, to where, oh, this is nothing. I can just go online and tell people all of these things about me that don't make me look good. Now, 1 or 2 of those weren't as bad, but these questions, this whole line of questioning was terrible. The minute that they said, hey, participate in this, and they started saying those type of questions, I would have instantly been like, no, I'm not participating in this. I was going to do it, but these questions are out of pocket. So let's go over what it is that this person was asking and the thing in which they participated freely. Good Lord. Because I know there wasn't a gat or something being held at their head. So the first thing she said was, put a finger down if your body count is over 3. Now, we understand that the whole pair bonding thing goes completely out the window after 5. Goes down after 1, but after 5, oh, it just drops off a cliff. And she said, oh, put one down if you have more than 3 bodies. 3 is not bad at all, especially in this day and age. But okay, that's not as bad a question. That's one of the ones that wasn't too horrible, okay? But then she said, put a finger down if you sent naughty pics. Now, let's not act like that most of the females that we know haven't done that in some type of way, either sent something that was kind of risque or sent something that was more along the lines of nude. Okay, let's not act like that they don't do that. But to get on here and tell people that you did that, why would you do that? Again, guys can see this and it lowers your actual value. Then she said, put a finger down if you made out in a bathroom. First of all, there's nothing wrong with making out. But people who do that in public, we're not talking about just, hey, I'm about to leave and I give my wife or somebody a kiss. No, we're talking about making out. Okay. That's not a thing that you should be doing in public, but there are people who are voyeurs who do that in public, or they do it off somewhere where they could potentially be caught. Okay, I understand the whole risque thing or whatever, but to do that and publicly say you do it, and then to have done that in a bathroom, bruh, think about what a bathroom actually is. It's where you discard waste. So you might as well have said, hey, put a finger down if you made out in a sewage plant. Because that's pretty much the same thing, because that's where both have sewage, have raw feces and waste. And you're going to tell everybody you did that? Sheesh, man. And then she said, put a finger down if you flirted with a guy during quarantine that you'll never see again, ever. Okay. That one is kind of in the middle, because during quarantine, it was something that hasn't happened since like 1918 Spanish flu. So I can understand people trying to find things to do, because people aren't used to, being around each other that long for that long a period of time, not just length as far as the years, but length as far as that much time daily. Usually you're not around somebody 23 hours a day or 19, 18 hours a day and then go to sleep. So that one is understandable, but it's still like, yo, how many guys did you make out with during quarantine? Then she said, put a finger down if you kissed more than 5 people. Okay, that almost goes along the line of body count, because it's in the dating scene where you might have been dating people for a while and you're going to kiss them eventually, right? So if you kiss more than 5 people and you're 40, 45 years old, I mean, that's not really as bad. Now, bodies is one thing, but kissing somebody is different. So 5 is not as bad. That's not as bad a question. Then she said, put a finger down if you lied about your virginity. That's kind of messed up, because virginity is a very important thing to males. So if you lie about your virginity, then you're giving him a false sense of something that's extraordinarily important. It's almost like telling a male that this is his child, then he finds out it's not. If you say, oh, I was a virgin, and he thinks he took your virginity, he trusts you a way that he wouldn't trust you if you weren't a virgin. Again, he may trust you if you're not a virgin, but he's going to trust you more if you are. So that's kind of messed up. Then she said, put a finger down if you hooked up with someone more than 3 years older than you. That's normal for females, because females want a guy who's older than them. If you ask a female, would you like to date a guy who's your age, younger than you, or older than you? She'll more than likely say older than her, because females like a guy to have leadership, and being older than her in females' minds signifies leadership a lot of times. So, that's not as bad wanting a guy who's older than you, but the words hooked up. What do you mean by that? Do you mean that you were in a relationship or do you mean that you were just out here in the streets? Because if she's talking about out here in the streets, that's not good at all. Then she said, put a finger down if you had a friends with benefits. Now, I would bet that probably 80% of people at least have had a friends with benefits, especially in the past quarter century. People have been born in the past quarter century. They definitely had a friends with benefits. So although you should try to be married before doing any of this stuff, that's kind of normalized nowadays. And then the last thing she said was, put a finger down if you hooked up with 3 guys at once. Oh, you for the streets. You're for the intergalactic highway, ma'am. Do you understand that 2 guys is a train? 2. 3 guys? I mean, do you understand how insane that is for you to be with 3 guys? We were talking about earlier, 3 guys in a lifetime. Is like, okay, that's not bad. You want to try to have 1, but if you got 3, that's not bad, especially in this day and age. No. She's talking about 3 at the same time. That's absolutely freaking Gwen Stefani, old school BANANAS. That's bananas. So to these 2 females who just did this put a finger down game, you really and truly have no idea how much you just lowered your sexual marketplace value.
Grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And, of course, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.